The BEP is about 37% of the state budget, the state dollars, over $3.7 billion. And, to spend that sort of money, we ought to know exactly how the money is being spent. And the way that the money is being broken up and divided ought to be understandable, ought to be transparent, and ought to be verifiable. And it's none of these. We found out just recently that the way that different LEAs or educational boards count the students is different. I'm not saying one is wrong or one's right, but they ought to be done on a consistent basis across the state.
Does your study include any estimate on how much the state could be losing?
I don't know at this point whether states anyone is a winner or a loser, whether or not whether the money is right or wrong. I don't have any idea at this point, but we do want to understand why. And we think that when we start talking about a third of the state's budget, then we ought to know what's happening to the money.
And any faith that this is something that could be tackled and figured out before the next school year?
Well, I don't know whether I don't want to give any time frames. This would be a long process. It's a complicated formula and need some time to get to it.
And do you have any ideas or suggestions on where or how that could change the formula?
I don't have any idea about that. That's the legislative decision, and there are all sorts of opportunities. Our obligation is to educate children, and we want to do that in a fair and equitable way.
And the bottom line for people who are just, who don't understand what the BEP is, can you kind of explain that?
The BEP is basically the way that the state funds K through 12 education, and it's done in order that every child in Tennessee receives a basic education, and that is the purpose for it. And it's done by the General Assembly under what is called the Basic Education Act, I believe.
And in summary, why is it so important that this be addressed?
Well, you just want to spend your money correctly.